Alright, so this is what we're going for. This is the beetle that we're drawing. And I'm gonna try to match the colors pretty closely. I don't really have like this faint yellow, so like a beige is gonna have to do. I'm gonna try to match them, but honestly, I don't know if I can. I also am not experienced with markers, so I don't know how much I'm capable of or how much these markers are capable of, but I want to try to blend them because this is way too bright, but I don't know if I can. So I think I'm gonna use the beige for the head, the emerald for the upper body, and honestly I think I'm gonna go crazy and use this for the beige stripes or whatever. And then I want to use something like this one, or maybe this for like this part of the legs that are like shining, but otherwise it's gonna be black probably. So I'm gonna take a scrap piece of paper and I'm just gonna try the colors out, see what I can do with them. Flip this one around because this is my messy side and I know the markers will bleed through. This is literally watercolor paper. And they're still gonna bleed through. I know that. This is quite dark. It's a bit more like pale skin tone than I'd like. The one of the pictures kind of like a sandy color. It's a bit too pink for my taste. That's very bright. And this is like, look at the color difference on that. That's crazy. I hate these markers. I like them because I don't have any other markers and I don't have experience with anything else, but their color swatches don't match and they're kind of like, eh. Let's see if I don't have any other. You see what I mean? You see that shit? That is not that color. I would love this color, but that's not. Very frustrating. This is just me, like, look at the difference. This is just gonna be me complaining about the colors, because what the fuck? Can I blend this shit? Kind of. Because I need a darker green. Maybe this one? It's not very vibrant, this one, I don't think. But it might be darker. See, that's not really like... I would like some of that emerald shining through, but if I can blend these two together... Yeah, sort of? I don't know. I don't hate that, actually. Because it is kind of brighter in the middle. Can you guys see that? And you see what I mean? It bleeds through, especially when you're blending. It's just genuinely wet. Like, it's so like. But no, I like that. I like that. Don't I have some better colors? Because I don't really like this one. But this is just yellow. Can I mix that? That's too yellow. Why is there not like a greenish yellow? There's always a greenish yellow. Why not this time? We'll see. We're gonna go in with this one just because I don't like that one. I only want to use it for like the head. It's just not like a sandy beige, you know what I mean? And it's greatly upsetting me. Let me get some of these markers out of the way. So we have these two need mixing. I've never mixed markers before and I'm very scared. Just the camera angle a bit so I can also see. It's great that you guys can see what's going on, but I would like to be able to do that also. That doesn't look bad. That's okay. It's not the best, but I don't like hate it. Hi, it's voiceover bugs. As you might have noticed, this video is filmed kind of differently from my other videos where I usually script and voice over the entire video, but I found this way easier. I wasn't worried about what I was gonna say. I just kind of talked through my process, and editing this is a breeze. I usually take several months to even get started and then eat away at it bit by bit over weeks or months because I get so overwhelmed I don't know where to start. Not to mention the whole scripting process is a nightmare for me. It took me about a full day to edit this footage and then an evening to record and edit this voiceover, which is so much less time than I usually spend. The only problem is that the stars really have to align
to be able to record. It has to have no one else in the house for long enough for me to draw anything, and I have to both have an idea and want to draw something I want to record, which so far has only happened once. So the biggest time spender is really just waiting for me to be home alone. I think I also mentioned it later, but I was pleasantly surprised at how easy these markers were to blend. I was like super nervous all the way up until this point where I realized this is super easy. So definitely expect more of this sort of marker bugs kind of thing from me.
I'm gonna outline with Faber-Castell. Who would have thought? Please don't pee on my bed.
I will say the bad thing about talking through my drawing process in real time is that it's really obvious that I gradually lose more and more momentum as I draw. At least it is to me. I've tried to edit it down, but I was struggling so hard just to complete sentences towards the end of this video. And I also trail off a lot when I talk, and I didn't even attempt to draw and talk at the same time. It's literally impossible for me. It's like trying to read and listen at the same time. I have never succeeded at either of those, even once, but that does mean I'm gonna have blank spots where I still have to do voiceover, and it also means that most of the video is me not drawing, which is kind of the whole point, but I like it, so hopefully it's still enjoyable to watch for you.
I'm gonna outline it with these Faber-Castell brushes, or ink pens, I forget their names, but it's kind of like, if you can, it's not showing up that great, I think, but it's kind of like not super dark. It's not like fully black, but I'm gonna use this to outline the majority of it because they're just more precise. This is like a full, like a brush pen. So you can like get super thin lines. That was not super thin. But you can also like cover up a lot of area. And I feel like I have a lot of control with it. But I think I'm gonna go back in with the black marker. Like this one from the box. Because it's just more like true black. Or maybe I might do like a green over it to have like, to give it like green undertones. I'm gonna test it out before I do that because if it looks bad, I don't want to fuck this up. But so far I'm having a lot of fun. Like the blending went a lot better than I expected. It's actually pretty easy. And it didn't bleed through all that much. Like this one did because I went over it like an extra time. But other than that, it's going really well. Like comparing how much last drawing I did with markers bled through to this part versus this amount of bleeding. I don't know what I did differently, but I'm very happy about it. Now I'm gonna go in with the marker to like try to darken. Something I realized while I was making the black darker is that the black marker smells like marzipan. None of the other markers smell like that. All of the other markers just smell like alcohol, but this one, very specifically the thin tip, smells so much like marzipan. I don't know what you should do with that information, but I needed to tell someone because I thought I was going crazy for a second. So I was doing a couple swatches off camera, and I think I am actually gonna paint over the Buttercup Yellow, it's called. I'm not crazy, okay? Buttercup Yellow. And I'm gonna draw over that with a warm gray, which is this one. I like that it's a bit darker because I feel like this is very contrasting compared to all the other colors. It really stands out and I don't like it. It's obvious it's still gonna be pretty warm because I'm drawing over it rather than drawing it by itself, but I just think it's gonna be a little bit more muted, a little bit darker.
I've noticed I refer to where my markers are as just the box, which is incredibly ominous, but it's also not even accurate because they come in a suitcase. And opening it does make me feel like a James Bond villain, but I should really stop calling it the box.
I think that is better. It's kind of like messed up here, but I can probably live with that. Maybe. I can't. Alright, I'm gonna leave out a couple parts, like on the legs, that I want to be red, because I'm kind of still nervous about that part. I don't know if I can actually get it done. Oh my god, I didn't record any of that. I'm gonna cry. Okay, we're gonna work on the face now. I say as I'm working on the arms.
I feel like I have to keep your attention by continuing to talk, but I've also very much run out of things to say by now, which I just realized is a great time to ask you to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the video.
This is going well. I like it, but I want to do the eyes, because it's got big beady eyes. I'm kind of nervous about that. I think I'm gonna actually take a pencil and I'm gonna sketch the outline of it. So I'm gonna take a white pen and I'm gonna cover up some mistakes. Look at that. That's adorable.
So after adding a few more highlights, I go back in to add some shadows and sculpt out the horn more. And because these markers get darker the more you layer them, I just use the same warm gray that I used for the base, which makes it look really angry. But because of the eyes, it's just so adorable. It's really hard to take seriously. I'm still kind of on the fence on whether I regret adding the shadows, but they make it more accurate, so I guess it's okay.
Ultimately, I think I'm gonna line art this. Like this part, just like a general outside liner. I don't think I'm gonna line anything on the inside. Maybe this part, but it's kind of lopsided, but aren't we all? I am very happy with this. I think it turned out really well. I think it took me like an hour and a half. I haven't actually looked at the timing footage, but I'm very happy about this. I really like the blending of the green. I'm very proud that I was able to do that. Like, I've only really worked with these markers one time before, and it was this, like with the streaks and the inconsistent colors compared to this. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm gonna do the outro as a voiceover. I'm saying the exact same things as in the original audio, so you're not missing anything, but my brain was so fried at this point, it was genuinely painful to listen to me try to talk. So, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I hope you guys don't see all the mistakes I see, but even if you do, I hope you like it. Let me know if you have any tips. If you're a marker kind of artist, if you're a marker kind of artist. Apparently my brain is fried too. In my defense, it is 10:07 p.m., which is 7 minutes past my bedtime, so bye.